Hi guys. Hi there. So I wanted to show you some of the threads that I use in my stitch project. So these are crochet threads. I do use embroidery thread, the 6-stranded one, and when I'm using that I usually use one strand for general kind of the slow stitching or some words, depending on what I'm doing. So I start with one strand and I double it, so that's technically 2. But I've been using these crochet threads for quite a while now, and I'll show you I'll show you some of the projects I've been using them in, and I wanted to just show you, well, it's a tip for me. It might not be for you. You might have a way of working with your threads and storing them. Now, because they come in these quite large balls or rolls, I don't take these around with me. I like to take something smaller. But anyway, let me tell you about them first. So they come in a range of colours, and this is just a selection. I like some of the names. This one is, what is this one? Taupe Claire. We've got, this is just a burgundy, I think. Yeah. Hot pink. Sunshine yellow, I think this one is. Golden yellow. Anyway, so they come in these colours, and this is a number 10. So I guess if you're, depending on what you're crocheting, it also comes in an 8. So the higher the number, the thicker the yarn. And this one, I'm not sure whether it's Aunt Lydia's, but this one is probably an 8. So I've had this particular one for years. Anyway, so yeah, I started buying them for the colours, and the colours that I had originally bought was this colour here, which I haven't got the label on, so I think it's just like a off-white, and then this one is a white, and so I had to buy a new one because this one's nearly finished. And so I would use these because I found that with the embroidery threads I was using 6 strands, and so I thought, well, let me find something that, this is just a single strand. You can't separate this. If you try to, it's not very strong, and it kind of becomes wispy, and you can pull it quite easily. Right now, because it's, all together, it's very strong. The only thing you have to be mindful of is the type of material you use it on. So obviously you shouldn't use it on sort of like the fine silks and things like that, but the heavier cottons, I find that this works well for me. The only other thing is if you're pulling it through too many fabrics, like if you're doing a kawandi or one of the more traditional quilts, then you might find that this frays and it will split. But generally speaking, it depends on the size hole that you're working with, right, say the needle. Yeah, so let me show you one of the projects I've been working on, and I've been working on this in Material Musings. So most of this is done with these crochet threads, and the only place, let's come in a bit, I just want to show you, the only place I had used embroidery thread rather than the crochet thread is these sections here. So I decided to leave this. I've still got this side to do, so I decided to leave these as is with the embroidery thread and continue with the crochet thread. I just like the way that it looks. Yeah, I just like the way that it looks. So the thing that let me come out. So the way that I would do these in terms of in preparation to use them is what I now do. I never used to. And it is to be able to have the name of the yarn thread, yeah, but also have it in a smaller size. So I would just get some cardboard, and all I've done is then add the thread to the cardboard. And these are good for traveling around. If you want to take your project with you, then you can still work with the colored threads, and then these larger ones can then be put away. And so what I obviously did was write the name of the yarn. And yeah, so I've done it with all the new ones, write the name, but with the ones that I had previously, I'd already chucked away the label. When I went into the store, there was 3 different types of blue. So this is the one that I had, and this is the one that I bought, but I think I threw away the label before I had a chance. But I really like this colour. These 2 colours are my favourite colours in terms of paint. I don't have a grey. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I'll leave the links. You can get it online, or you might have a local store close to you where you can pick up, or, you know, let me know what kind of yarn threads you use for your crochet projects, not crochet projects, for your slow stitch projects. I know you can get Shishiko thread. That's obviously slightly different, but yeah, this is what I use. They're fairly inexpensive. Let's see, it's 320 meters, or 350 yards. As I say, it's 100% cotton. It's made in Mexico, and if you're washing the item, then you wash with warm water, gentle cycle, do not dry clean. Yeah, so that's it. So I just wanted to show you that. So these now, once I've got all of them on card, these are then going to be put away because they're taking up a lot of room as I move them backwards and forwards from the studio to my front room. But I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you, yeah, I hope that was helpful. Okay.